Over the last couple of weeks, we've been hearing how the situation is getting really bad over at Virgin Atlantic, with the airline reporting that they only have £250 million in cash to keep the airline going. The airline is so desperate for cash that it's now offering as much as 10,000 reward miles on top of the standard ones for any return flight booked before April the 30th and flown within the same year using PayPal as a payment. Now, why is this a huge red flag? Well, Section 75 is the answer. It's a complex part of the consumer protection laws from the UK EU that allow credit card companies to hold onto cash that's due to be paid to the airlines if they think the company is going down under and unable to fulfill its obligations. In Europe, the law states that customers are entitled to a refund from a credit card issuer. This does not apply to debit or prepaid cards if the airline goes bankrupt. So what credit card companies do is hold onto the money to pay the customers back so they don't get left holding the liability. Of course, what that does is worsen the situation for the airline, because if the credit card company sits on the cash they're due, they can't pay anyone with it for the services they need to run the airline. PayPal transmits the money, even if it's paid from a credit card via PayPal, direct to the airline, giving it access to cash because they can transfer that directly into their current account within minutes. PayPal is also mostly off the hook from having to refund anything because it's not a credit card provider in this type of transaction. PayPal, by sitting in this space between credit card company and an airline, means the credit card company isn't liable either. So the risk is entirely on the consumer. If you buy and Virgin Atlantic or any other airline goes down under, you lose exactly what you have paid. Now, PayPal's buyer protection scheme is not very clear either. It doesn't rule out airline tickets as being excluded, but all protection stops 180 days after payment, and PayPal has to agree to give you the money back under a set of guidelines that only they know. So you won't likely see a penny. There is more general concern here, and that's the way Virgin Atlantic is structured. It's been asked twice to resubmit its application to the British government for help. It is a limited liability company, 49% owned by Delta Airlines and 51% by the Virgin Group, which is owned by Richard Branson, who for many years has lived in the British Virgin Islands. He doesn't pay personal UK tax, which is fine, but Virgin Atlantic Airways Limited and Virgin Group both do. They both are registered as British companies. They're not like Amazon and Apple and Google, who get away with paying a paltry sum through the complex legal setups. Part of the problem for the government is the Delta part ownership. Another is the lack of Branson's personal taxation, but I don't really see what that's got to do with it, as the airline is British. He's offered to put in some money, and I understand already that he's used £250 million of his own cash to keep it going, but that money is running out as every day passes. And essentially what Delta is doing in the background, they're basically saying, who's Virgin? And it can't be seen to bail out the airline it part owns when it's in receipt of the US federal funds to bail itself out. Now, hands on hip girls, but where are your friends when you need them? As broke as it seems, there's also the fact that Virgin Atlantic itself is made up of Virgin Atlantic Holidays, and a weird little company that they've set up to hold ownership of some of the aircraft they mortgaged. In fairness, what they're asking for is the same as what EasyJet got in the drop of a hat. A £600 million fully repayable credit facility and guarantees from the government on that debt to restore confidence and ensure the airline survives. So after everything Richard Branson has done for the company, compare that to many other businesses leaders and the importance of keeping the competition alive at Heathrow against the tyranny of British Airways and American, who will utterly dominate transatlantic routes if Virgin Atlantic dies out, and I can't believe it can be allowed to go like this. Virgin Atlantic and its staff and crew are the best in the business out of the UK, and it's an iconic, very British company. And it would be a tragedy to see it fail. It survived vicious competition, 9/11, and the last great recession 10 years ago. And I hope that the airline survives this current situation. Now, captains, do leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more aviation videos, and I'll catch you guys very soon.